Hi, welcome back. Today I'm showing you surprising facts about space. Well, not me, but according to infographic show 50 surprising facts about space that you did not know. Let's react. This video will also be linked in the description. Let's see what's about.
This video is brought to you by Skillshare. As you're about to learn, the universe is a big and wonderful place. And if you're interested in learning more about it, or perhaps
Alright,
night,
bro.
plenty of facts that will improve and start learning today. As has been famously said, space is the final frontier, the greatest of unknowns. Space is far more vast than we can comprehend, and filled with phenomenon we barely understand.
I'm excited
While
to
we've
see,
been
bro.
watching the heavens in awe for millennia, space exploration and discovery only began in earnest in the mid-20th century. Yet even what are
20th
no doubt are
century.
primitive
Okay.
findings still point at a universe more incredible than we ever thought. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Infographics Show.
Let's
Today
go.
we're taking a look at 50,
50
incredible
incredible
facts
facts
about
about space.
50. Until 1923, scientists thought that the entire universe was just our Milky Way, until astronomer
Okay.
Edwin Hubble discovered that the astronomical feature known as Andromeda, a fuzzy spot in the night sky, was
Night sky.
actually an entire other galaxy. Overnight, the size of the universe was effectively
Ooh.
doubled. 49. Hubble made his discovery from the Hooker telescope, built atop a mountain in California.
What
It was
year
the
was
first
this?
mountaintop telescope in the world, and at the time, an incredible feat of engineering. 48. To measure the distance between galaxies in space, astronomers use Cepheids, or stars that periodically dim and brighten. Henrietta Leavitt discovered that by monitoring the time it took these stars to dim and brighten, you could calculate how far away.
Don't skip ahead here. Skip ahead here to your dream
These
school with the
odds are annoying,
Duolingo
bro.
English test. Get your
Let's see.
Way they were. 47. Leavitt's discovery of how to calculate the distance based on the cycling of Cepheid stars allowed Hubble to prove that Andromeda was located outside the Milky Way and was thus its own galaxy.
Bro, I'm sorry, they're saying so much things I don't understand. Like,
46.
what's this guy
Hubble
see?
scanned Andromeda for nights on end looking for Cepheid
Andromeda.
stars until finally discovering one in October
Wait.
1923. After monitoring it for a week, he used Leavitt's formula and discovered it was indeed located outside the
Interesting.
Milky Way.
I don't know what this guy's
In
saying, bro.
2011, the Hubble Space Telescope captured a picture of that star called the variable number 1,
Bro.
or V1. It is
This is too, like, I feel like they're actually being too, what would I call it? The terminologies is too much. They don't make it this family friendly sounding. That's the wrong term. But I thought they would be like, oh, this planet was created in 19 something. Oh, we discovered. Maybe we'll get to it, but yeah, let's continue.
It has been called the most important star in the history of cosmology. 44. Of all the planets in our solar system,
this makes
only
sense.
Mercury and Venus don't have moons. 43.
They don't have
the
moons.
hottest planet in our solar system.
Can you imagine? But how does it feel like when you don't have moon? That means like it's always dark. Like once the sun sets. I think that's the right word.
Is not Mercury, as most would assume, but Venus. Due to runaway global warming, Venus's temperature is an incredible
Damn it!
863 degrees Fahrenheit.
Damn it, imagine living in Venus. Oh my gosh.
42. Not only is Venus's atmosphere blazing hot, but it also has an atmospheric pressure 92 times greater than Earth's. That would crush you flat as a soda can if you walked on its surface. 41.
Yeah,
In 1966, the Soviet Union's Venera 3 was the first
that
man-made
robots?
craft to land on Venus. Unfortunately, its communication systems had failed long
it actually
before
landed
reaching
on
Venus,
Venus.
and it was unable to relay back any data.
It could not
40.
survive.
Although it crash-landed and didn't send any data back home, Venera 3 is the first human-made object to impact another planet's surface.
Venus.
39. On the
That's
18th
nice.
of October 1967, Venera 4 became the first spacecraft to measure the atmosphere of another planet. The Soviets initially claimed the craft reached the surface intact, but when the American Mariner 5 spacecraft flew by Venus the very next day, it
Wow.
measured a surface pressure of 75 to 100 atmospheres, well out of the range of Venera 4's 25 atmosphere hull
What's
strength.
different?
The claim by the Soviet
Oh,
Union was
surface.
quickly redacted. 38. Venus's atmosphere is so dense that parachutes are only necessary to slow down. The Soviet Union's
Wow.
Venera 9 released
Wait,
its
Venus.
that parachutes was quickly redacted.
Wait, what did they say?
38. Venus's
Venus'
atmosphere is so
atmosphere is
dense
so
that
dense
parachutes
that
are only
parachutes-
necessary to slow down.
Bro,
The So-
that means you can fly. Like, I'm just not thinking it right. But you can jump up and you'll be like the sky for like you'll be like levitating for like 3 seconds.
Soviet Union's Venera
You don't need
9
a
released its
parachute.
parachutes at an
We
atmospheric
actually.
height of 31 miles and landed at a speed of only 15 miles per hour. It was also the first spacecraft to transmit photos from another
That
planet.
means the gravity is
37.
like no
Our solar
gravity.
system is about 4.6 billion years old,
Damn
and
it!
scientists believe it will last another 5 billion years before our sun turns into a red giant.
Wow.
36. The tallest
This is
mountain known to
interesting
man
facts.
is Olympus Mons, an extinct volcano on Mars, with a peak 15 miles high. It's nearly 3 times larger than Mount
Earth.
Everest. 35.
Interesting.
A light year is the distance light travels in 1 year, or 5.88 trillion miles.
Light years,
34. The width of our Milky Way galaxy, according to
That's
NASA,
serious,
is
you.
about 1 quintillion kilometers,
1
or
quintillion.
621 quadrillion, 371 trillion, 192 billion, 237 million,
Yeah, you're never crossing through both of
333,888
them. Like,
miles,
if
or
you
in
try to
astronomical
go
terms,
through the different
100,000
ends.
light years. 33. Because most stars are so far away, when you look up into the night sky, you're not seeing them as they currently are, but as they
Wow.
were thousands of years ago. That's how long their light takes to reach us. 32. Our
Wow.
sun is 300,000 times larger than the Earth, but in
Ah.
the universe, it's a lightweight. 31. The largest star in the
Oh, I
known
know of this
universe
one.
is VY Canis Majoris.
How could it be
It's
so
1,400
massive?
times larger than
than
our
the
own
sun.
sun. If you stuck it in our solar system, it would extend all the way past Jupiter. 30.
Brother
Red
man.
giants are really old stars that form when stars 10 times the mass of our sun runs out of hydrogen in its core. As it
Hydrogen.
collapses, the hydrogen in the outer shells begin the process of fusion, and the entire star begins fusing hydrogen all at once. They will burn through
Okay.
all of their fuel in just a few million years, unlike the billions it takes our sun, and shine 100,000 times brighter than our own sun. 29.
see.
These stars often explode as
That's
a
a
supernova, the most powerful
supernova?
explosion in the universe. 28. The original universe consisted solely of hydrogen and helium. Every other element on the periodic table and every single thing you see around you today was formed in the heart of exploding stars. 27. That's because when a star goes supernova, it releases huge amounts of energy and neutrons, which produces heavier elements. The carbon in your body and the gold in the jewelry you wear were all made from exploding stars.
Explosions.
26. Only hydrogen and helium were formed in the Big Bang. The next time you suck down helium from a party balloon, you are sucking down a gas that probably formed
the
just
Big
3
Bang.
minutes after the Big Bang. 25.
Wow.
Red giant Betelgeuse, 1,000 times larger than our sun, is a cosmic neighbor and expected to go supernova in the next 1,000 years.
Means they
24.
explode, right?
Some scientists theorize that life is only
In the crevices of the soil, stars are born.
The odds are so annoying, bro. Let's see.
possible in the outer edges of a galaxy
like,
where large
interesting.
stars are rare and thus supernovas don't routinely sterilize worlds of life. 23. We
Excellent.
ourselves are between 2 arms of the Milky Way and in a relatively rural part of the galaxy. 22. Extending well past the orbit of Pluto is a massive sphere of icy objects known as the Oort cloud. These are remnants from the formation of the solar system, held in place
Oh.
by the weak gravity of the very distant
For
sun.
real?
21. Every few
Oh,
million years
dinosaurs.
as we orbit the center of the Milky Way, we enter a region of space full of cosmic debris. Some scientists
Cosmic
theorize
debris?
that this debris may disturb the fragile orbits of the objects in the Oort cloud and send them
Bro,
hurtling into the
so
solar
much
system. The
terminologies,
timing of
bro.
our entry into this region of the Milky Way coincides with several mass extinction events here on Earth. 20.
Okay.
Panspermia is the theory that life is transmitted like a virus from planet to planet by
Life.
asteroid and comet impacts. 19. A meteorite discovered in Antarctica was found to originate from Mars, and after
For
careful
real?
examination, some scientists believe it shows fossilized evidence of microscopic organisms,
From
giving
Mars.
serious credibility to the panspermia theory. We might all
Okay.
actually be Martians.
Maybe bacteria
18.
are in Mars.
It's thought that this meteorite was launched into space from Mars when a massive asteroid struck the planet, sending
Come on.
debris hurtling out of the
Space is
atmosphere.
so
In
interesting,
time,
bro.
its orbit intersected with the Earth and may have brought its Martian hitchhikers with it. 17. In 2008, an ESA mission sent tardigrades, tiny microscopic organisms, into space.
Tardigrades.
After 10 days of exposure to the vacuum of space, ultraviolet radiation from the sun, and cosmic rays, they were returned to Earth still alive. 16. Before the
Send them to space
tardigrades,
for
only
fun.
some lichen and bacteria were known to survive exposure to space, meaning panspermia may be a valid theory for the origin of life on Earth. 15. Because there's no atmosphere on the moon, the footprints
That
and
means
tire prints left on the moon by American
can still be
astronauts will
seen.
never disappear unless an
Hi.
asteroid impact wipes them out. 14. Not only does Jupiter have the most moons in our solar system, with
God.
79, but
That
as of
means
right
you-
now, it has the most
In
moons
the
of
dark,
any
you
known
just be
planet
seeing
in
this
our
everywhere.
galaxy.
Can you
13.
imagine?
Many scientists think that without Jupiter, life on Earth would be impossible. That's because the giant of our solar system exerts such a strong gravity that it pulls in many comets and asteroids that might have impacted Earth. Jupiter
real?
is like our personal bodyguard.
Yeah.
12. Once thought rare outside
So
of the
he's
Earth,
saving
water
us.
has been found practically everywhere in the solar system, even on Mercury, where scientists never dreamed
it's
it would
very
be
hot,
possible.
right?
In 2011, NASA's Messenger probe discovered water ice and craters on Mercury's North Pole. That's despite
Okay.
a surface temperature of 800
100
degrees Fahrenheit on the day side.
400 degrees.
11. Not only does Earth rotate as it orbits the Sun, but the Sun itself also rotates at a rate of once
Earth is-
every 25 to 35 days.
Damn,
10. Earth
that's
is
very
the only
slow.
solar system planet not named after a god. 9. Pluto is smaller in diameter than the United
Wait,
States.
so other planets are named gods. So there's Pluto, there's Venus. God of what?
Named after a god.
Let me
9.
see.
Pluto is smaller in diameter than the United
Damn.
States. 8. The first theory positing the
Very lot of people can live in
existence of
Pluto.
black holes was from an English clergyman named John Mitchell in November 1784. He even correctly noted that these features would not be visible to the naked eye, but that they could be detected by their gravitational effects on other
Ooh.
bodies. 7.
Okay.
Despite proving through general relativity that black holes could form, Einstein himself did not believe they could form in the natural world. It wouldn't be until 1972 that Cygnus X1 became the first observed black hole, taking them from the realm of theory to the realm of reality. 6.
Reality,
In
interesting.
2002, astronomers presented evidence that a supermassive black hole lurks at the center of our own Milky Way. 5.
real?
In 2012, Suvi Jazari and his team published the first visual evidence of a black
Of the
hole
black
using
hole.
the Pan-STARRS 1 telescope in Hawaii. They photographed the supermassive black hole 2.7 million light years away, swallowing a red giant.
That's a
4.
serious
In 2015,
good telescope. I didn't know it could go that
15
far back in
gravity
the day.
waves from the merging of a pair of black holes into one were detected. The violence of their merging created a ripple through space-time that was detectable here on Earth millions of light
How
years
did they
away.
detect it?
3.
They could see
Not
it.
only did general relativity predict that black holes were possible, but it also predicted that white holes could also be possible. The polar
White holes, this is
opposite
the
of a
first time,
black
bro.
hole. A white hole is a region of space-time where matter cannot enter. 2. A growing theory suggests that white holes are the opposite ends of black holes, and that our own Big Bang was a supermassive white hole that existed for fractions of a second. 1. Afraid that returning astronauts might be carrying unknown and deadly lunar
yeah,
germs, the
bacteria
Apollo
and germs.
astronauts were quarantined immediately after their arrival on Earth.
For how
what
long?
other incredible facts
Bro,
about space are there?
that's
Are
serious. Imagine going to space and there's like a certain type of bacteria or germ that will like cause no new global pandemic. Oh my gosh. Imagine if that actually happened. That would be crazy. But yeah, shout out to 50. I mean, shout out to Infographics. This will also be linked in the description. You can go watch it. And yeah, if you guys want to send me things to react to, join my Discord and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.